Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Putri Juliani, JJ checking again. Welcome back to another episode with me, and for today, it's going to be part 3 of our topic on ethics and integrity. Before I move on, during one of my readings, I'd like to share this that I discovered in a newspaper survey done somewhere back in 2005, and it was done again in 2012 when they interviewed respondents who were the younger generation, meaning the youth and the children. I was amazed with the results. There were questions that were posed in the survey, for example, like if you found lost items like money, what would you do? Surprisingly, a majority of the respondents said they won't go to the police to report this. I wonder why. And then again, a lot of the respondents, especially students, said that it's okay to accept bribes. Wow! I was so amazed with the responses made by these young people. During my training sessions with the younger generation, especially students, I posed the same question to them, and this is what I got from them. They told me that as they were growing up, mind you, children, they don't speak, but they listen and they observed. They say that during meal times, they hear their parents talk about accepting gifts, getting presents, and looking at our social media right now, the way that we promote products, it's like, good, if you're number 100, you get a gift. If you do this, you get something. So these young children right now are growing in an environment whereby it's okay to accept gifts. So how do we live this? And when I talked about this topic of ethics integrity, friends posed to me, so JJ, how do we measure up to live a life with ethics and integrity? Good question, There's famous saying that says that every person has a price. And there's also another famous quotation that says, small things will lead to big things. So think about it, my friends. Every day in our daily lives, we make decisions, right? Both in our thoughts and in actions. Acting with ethics and integrity means that we have to be consistent and congruent with our personal code of conduct. We stick to what we decide between what is right or wrong. Nobody tells us what is right or wrong, correct? It is something that we decide for ourselves to uphold ethics and integrity. To pursue further this discussion on ethics and integrity, I think at this point of time, it's important to differentiate between what is an ethical integrity issue and what is an ethical integrity dilemma. If we talk about ethical integrity issue, it is always described as having a situation, a problem, or opportunity in which we must choose several actions that can be right or wrong. So for example, what are they? They ask me. So I'll give examples. I'm willing to share about 2 examples. Like for example, as an employee, you go out on a business trip and you get entertained for lunch. And when you come back, upon return, you submit a claim for lunch expense. Is that right or wrong? So that's an example of an ethical issue. Another example of this would be, I know a lot of people do this, having worked in a multinational organization, a lot of staff collect stationery in office, mind you, and they would take home for their children, right? Anything is harmless. That is an ethical integrity issue. The stationaries are not yours. They are the companies, they are the office, they are the organization's stationery. So, is it right to take home for your children? Think about it. Okay, moving on to what is an ethical integrity dilemma. It's often described as a situation or problem or an opportunity where the actions or decisions that we take is not so clear between what is right or wrong. There is some kind of a equally high price that we pay. When we talk about a dilemma, it involves emotions. It involves some moral consequences. So if you ask me, what could be some examples of ethical integrity dilemma? I have read in the media, I've heard this, like people say, I stole for my children. The act of stealing is already wrong. Yes, he or she might be in a difficult situation, financial crisis, whatnot, but is it right to steal? The act of stealing is already wrong. Okay. Another example is like, if you happen to know one of your parents has committed a crime, would you report this to the police, to the higher authorities? You know, what's funny is that when I post this in my class, some of the participants told me if it's the father, they probably would report. But if it's their mother, how can they report the mother has committed a crime? So that's an ethical integrity dilemma. So anything that related to ethics and integrity, you can't escape the balance concept. This is my grandson. Come here, his name is Dean. When I do this topic with young children, I always use a lot of imagery with them. When they ask me, they call me Ninda. Ninda, what is right or wrong? It's difficult to explain in words. Okay, bye, see you, mommy. So when that happens, it's always like using what Stephen Covey has said in his balance account. Similarly with the balance concept, it's a sense of righteousness and honesty that's interplay with moral values. Because at the end of the day, society, people will always judge your actions. Okay? So, when I deal with youngsters like just now my grandson, how do I explain what is right or wrong? I always tell them, explain a very simple story, like we have two angels watching over us every moment of our life. There's an angel on the right side, there's an angel on the left side. In NLP, we always say, oh, go away, all of the negative thoughts. So when I talk about this with youngsters or children, I'll say that in the balance concept, what do you want more in life? I said we want lots of blessings. Blessings, come, blessings. So the angel on the right side will write more and give you more blessings. Write more of your good deeds and give you blessings. So what happened on the left shoulder? I'll tell them that, tell the left side, go away. I don't want to do wrong things. I don't want to do naughty things. So that the angel on the left side will not be writing all the wrongdoings. I know, but usually in training, we have to use that concept of VAK, visual, auditory, kinesthetic. It works. So they understand we have to keep all this concept not so big items for them to comprehend, to digest. Make it simple. So looking at what we have right now, I admit, friends, it's very, very challenging indeed to make hard decisions, as there will always be hard consequences. But it's important for us to live a life with ethics and integrity, because we need to maintain relationships and we need to be at peace with our own conscience. Think again of the many behaviors that we see in life today. I pose this question to you. How open is open? What is compliance? Especially right now in this pandemic situation. How many people comply with the rules, with the SOPs? How many defy the rules and SOPs? And again, who should know what to know. I can't give you the answer, my friends. It's for you to ask yourself, what will be your thoughts and your actions? My late father always said to me that there are no mistakes. There are only decisions. So friends, question posed to me was, how do we measure up to live a life with ethics and integrity? The only thing is that integrity starts with I. So you need to ask yourself. For those of you who are fasting in the month of Shawwal, I applaud your commitment and perseverance. For those who are still on holiday, enjoy the holidays. This is JJ checking out. Bye.